Hi there, this is Nikita Parmar. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I bring to you part 1 of yoga practice session that you could do on your own at your home. Now these asanas are very basic but super effective not only in helping you lose that extra fat from your body but will also help immensely in making you stronger, fitter and healthier. We're going to begin with some neck movements. So first take your head towards your right hand side, center, opposite side, center, take it up, center and down. And now three rotations in each direction. So three clockwise and then three anti-clockwise. Now let's twist the upper body towards your right hand side. So twist, opposite side, twist. As you inhale, lift your arms upwards. In the line of your ears, that's where your center point is. Stretch maximum, taking the stretch with you with a long exhalation, bend forward. First the stomach, then the chest, then the head down. Try to keep the buttocks down on the ground as much as possible. And then once you want to come back, inhale first the head, then the chest, and then the stomach comes up, and then release your arms. Interlock your fingers together at the back. Push the shoulders, push the elbows behind, and again, first the stomach, then the chest, then the head forward. Move your arms upwards. This gives you a good stretch. Place your right hand on the ground, your elbow in line with the wrist. If the elbow doesn't reach down, then just you can just keep it up, no problem. So look in the front and go sideways. Feel the stretch in your waist. Let's exhale, move to the opposite side. Now we'll sit in Vajrasana and make a fist out of your hands, your thumbs inside, make a tight fist and place them next to your stomach. And then as you exhale, push the stomach and then the chest and then the head down. Just drop your head down and drop your elbows down as well. Keep breathing in the pose. Feel the compression in your digestive system. Now, this is excellent for improving your digestion. Those with digestive issues should practice this every day. Hold in it for about 10 to 15 seconds. Once you're done, inhale, raise your head and then the chest, then the stomach and release. Now for those of you who find it difficult sitting like this in Vajrasana, can also sit in cross-legged and do the same asana. And now we're going to exhale and bend forward. Try to stretch your spine as much as possible. Crawl with your fingers, lengthen your spine. Hands and thighs parallel to each other in a tabletop position, and then simply your toes on the ground, lift your knees off the ground and try to bring your head closer down. Now keep your elbows straight, your knees straight, your tailbone pushing upwards. If your heels don't reach the ground, if your head doesn't reach the ground, doesn't matter. Just try to keep pressing them down. Remember, your flexibility will come with time and practice. And then slowly lift your head up, placing your right foot in between your palms and the back knee on the ground. And then slowly raise your hands up, join your hands together if possible. Your knee should be in line with the ankle. And then slowly lift the back knee up if you can. Hold. If you can curve the spine a little bit, you could also curve the spine and look upwards. Those of you who find it difficult to balance on the toes can also place the back knee down to make it a little easier. Stay in this pose. This is excellent for toning up the thighs, strengthening your knees. and release. Opposite foot in the front, the back knee on the ground to begin with. Join your hands up and lift. Into dog. Gently place your hips on the ground, knees on the ground, and look upwards. Open the chest, open your shoulders. Those of you can lift the knees off the ground. Hold. Back into dog pose. Right foot in the front, the back knee on the ground, the right hand inside the right foot. Remember to keep the knee in line with the ankle and twist your body towards the left. Come back down, twist your body in the opposite direction. Opposite foot in the front, back knee is on the ground, left hand down, twist towards your right. Come back down, twist towards the opposite side. The right foot in the front, back knee is down again, push the back knee away from you as much as possible. And then join your hands together, curve your spine backwards. Bring the elbows down inside your foot, raise the back knee up. Opposite foot in the front, push the back knee away from you, join your hands. Both elbows down and raise the back knee up. Now, if your elbows don't reach the ground, you can just place your fists on the ground. Now, the reason I keep repeating dog pose so much is because it's a great pose and all of the muscles in your body are engaged in this pose. Next, we're going to do Trikonasana. So join your feet together and simply take your right leg behind. Now make sure both feet are in one straight line. The front foot is straight, back foot, toes are turned inwards, heel pushing out. Your hips, chest facing in the front. Keep your arms stretched out properly. And as you exhale, move sideways and go down. Now doesn't matter if you can't reach the ground, but don't move forward, move only sideways. Open the chest, open the abdominal region, your hips, look upwards. For those who have a neck problem, you can look in the front or even look down. Stay there. Once you want to come back, look down. Inhale and come back. Let's do it on the opposite side. So simply turn the feet in the opposite direction. So hands in the line of my shoulders, move towards the right and go down sideways. And now I want you to bring both your toes facing towards the front. Your heels are pushing outwards. Stretch your arms upwards, pushing the buttocks out. Exhale and bend forward. So go down as much as you can, whether it's your fingertips, your hands, or your elbows, or even your head. Whatever reaches down. Just stay there. Keep breathing. Feel the stretch in your thighs, your inner thighs as well. Keep the knees straight as much as possible. Raise your head up, your right hand holding the left ankle and look upwards, the opposite hand upwards. Try to bring the stomach as close to the thigh as possible.
Same thing, opposite side as well.
And then slowly, taking the support of your hands, slowly bend your knees and jump and close both feet together and stand. Now, if you cannot jump, you could also just walk back, no problem. Reverse Trikonasana. So again, your right leg behind, hands in the line of your shoulders, and this time I want you to twist towards your left and go down and open sideways. Now, doesn't matter if you can't reach the ground, you could also place a bolster on the ground and place your hand on that. Twist your hips properly, both knees straight. Once you want to come back, head down, inhale and back up. Twist towards your right and go down. Toes facing in the front, stretch your arms, pushing the buttocks out, bend forward, hold it there. Vrikshasana. So right foot on your left thigh, keep focusing in one direction, join your hands together. Now place your foot anywhere above the knee or below the knee, not on the knee because that's too much pressure on the knee. Join your hands together, and if you can, slowly take your hands upwards in the line of your ears. Keep stretching the spine and keep focusing in one direction. Bottom knee should be straight. You could also take the support of a wall if you want. With time and practice, you will become more independent. Left foot on the right thigh and take it up. Malasana. So 1.5 to 2 feet distance between your feet. Join your hands in front of your chest. As you exhale, squat down and stay there. Now, if you cannot sit flat on your feet, you could just be on your toes like this. Excellent for the reproductive system, toning up the glutes and thighs, strengthening the spine as well. Right hand on the ground and left hand up. So left hand on the ground, right hand goes up. Janu Shirshasana. So bend the right leg, your right foot touching the left thigh, left toes facing towards you. Stretch your spine maximum, stretch your arms above, and then exhale first the stomach, then the chest, then the head goes down. Don't worry if you cannot reach the leg, just go as much as you can. And then grab hold of your toe or hold your ankle wherever you can reach, and then move sideways. Excellent for toning up the waist. Bend the opposite leg, toes towards you, stretch your arms, exhale, bend forward. Move sideways. Look up from under your hand towards the ceiling. Paschimottanasana. So spine straight, toes towards you, knees are straight. Stretch your arms, stretch the spine, taking the stretch with you as you exhale. First the stomach, then the chest, then the head down. Doesn't matter if you can't reach down, just go as low as you can. Try to bring your stomach closer to your thighs. Let's do some twisting. So right leg bend, your foot next to your knee, and then twist towards your right hand side, the hand behind your spine, the other hand pushing your knee inwards, toes are towards you, twist. Now this is also excellent for those suffering from diabetes or digestive issues. Look behind, also great for toning the waist area, excellent for those suffering from thyroid issues. Opposite side and twist. Pavan Muktasana. So bend the right leg, interlock your fingers, press it towards your chest. Opposite side. And then both legs. Interlock fingers together. Raise your head up. Those suffering from hypertension and high blood pressure, please place your head on the ground itself. Others can raise the head up. Setu Bandhasana. So bend your knees, distance between the feet, hands down by the side of your body. Raise the buttocks up as much as you can. If you can also interlock your fingers together, roll the shoulder blades in and raise high up as much as you can. Bring your feet as close to the buttocks as possible. Join your feet together. Slowly twist towards your right hand side. Head in the opposite direction. Push the buttocks maximum so there is maximum twist. To the opposite side. Bend your right leg, place it on the left thigh, interlock your fingers around your left thigh, pull your left leg towards you. Feel the stretch over here. Also helps with sciatica. Opposite side. And then you can just lie down in Shavasana. Now it is really important to relax in Shavasana at the end of your practice so as to cool your body down, relax those muscles. Your palms are facing upwards, distance between the feet. Leave your body loose, relax all of your body. Could be in this pose for about 3 to 5 minutes or even more if you like. Once you're done, slowly turn towards your right hand side with your knees bent. You could use your hand as a pillow and using the hand on top, slowly sit up on your mat. And now let's do some deep breathing. So all you have to do is sit in any comfortable sitting position of your choice. Your right hand on the chest, left hand on the stomach. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Notice the rise and fall in your stomach and chest. As you inhale, the stomach and chest should rise up. As you exhale, stomach and chest should go in. About 10 to 20 deep breaths. So that was part one of yoga practice that you could do on your own at home. I know many of you cannot come to me in person and practice because of time and distance restrictions. So this way I will be coming to you. Remember, strength and flexibility will come with time and practice. So don't give up, just keep practicing. You will definitely reap the benefits. I will also be coming up with part 2 and part 3 very soon so that you can keep alternating between part 1, part 2 and part 3. In this way, all the asanas that are beneficial for every muscle group in your body and every organ in your body, all of them are covered. Try and hold in each of these asanas for at least 10 to 15 seconds. Those of you suffering from a health disorder like diabetes or thyroid or a back problem can go to my earlier videos for reference and do those asanas that are particularly beneficial for health disorder 2 to 3 times and hold in each pose again for 10 to 15 seconds. Remember to do all of these on an empty stomach. Doesn't matter if you do it in the morning or do it in the evening. Try and take out time, if not 1 hour, at least 45 minutes to half an hour. A healthy lifestyle goes a long way in keeping you fit and healthy inside out, not just in your body but also in your mind. So all the best to you. I'll see you very soon with part 2 and part 3. Till then, keep practicing. Take care.